Viewers, US President Donald Trump and his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin will speak to each other today, and this was confirmed by the Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov on Monday. And this will be the first talks between the two world leaders since US proposed a 30-day ceasefire in the Russia-Ukraine war. Here's more.
Kremlin has confirmed plans that President Vladimir Putin and US President Donald Trump are going to speak today. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov confirmed the plan in a press conference. This comes after President Donald Trump expressed hope last Sunday that Russia will make a deal with the United States over the Ukraine war.
Hopefully nothing will happen with that. I've asked them not to let anything happen, and I hope that nothing happens. But I feel that Russia is going to make a deal with us, I hope. We've spoken with President Putin, we've spoken with a lot of people, and Ukraine is waiting.
This will be the first round of talks between the two leaders since the US proposed a 30-day ceasefire deal between Russia and Ukraine. President Donald Trump has been insistent on the end of the war.
For Russia, as you know, the president announced last night on Air Force One on his return from his very busy weekend in Florida that he will be speaking to President Putin tomorrow. I won't get ahead of those negotiations, but I can say we are on the 10th yard line of peace, and we've never been closer to a peace deal than we are in this moment. And the president, as you know, is determined to get one done.
Positive ambience was emerging for the summit-level discussions between the United States and Russia since the Jeddah meeting, which came out with the peace proposal. President Vladimir Putin also thanked his American counterpart for paying attention to ending the war settlement issue.
Но прежде всего хотел бы начать со слов благодарности в адрес президента Соединенных Штатов, господина Трампа, за то, что он уделяет урегулированию на Украине.
Now the world awaits to see what comes out of the Tuesday talks between the two leaders.
Viewers, world leaders and international donors have gathered in Brussels in a show of support for Syria and pledged to allocate €1 billion humanitarian aid to the conflict-torn nation for its revival. Here's more.
World leaders and international donors gathered in Brussels on Monday in a show of support for Syria, hoping to encourage the new leaders of the conflict-ridden nation towards a peaceful transition. Extending support to Syria, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said the European Union was increasing its pledge to Syrians inside the country and the region to almost €2.5 billion for 2025 and 2026.
Syrians need greater support, whether they are still abroad or they decide to go home. And this is why, today, the European Union is increasing its pledge for Syrians in the country and in the region to almost €2.5 billion for 2025 and 2026.
In 2017, the United Nations estimated it would cost at least $250 billion to rebuild Syria, while experts say that number could reach at least $400 billion. In the conference, the European Union leaders also condemned the violence against civilians in war-torn Syria and cleared European Union's position on the issue of transition process and acts of human rights violation must be investigated.
The recent wave of violence has highlighted the fragility of this transition. We strongly condemn the attacks, particularly those targeting civilians. They must be addressed swiftly and decisively. We welcome the establishment of an independent investigative commission by the authorities, which must credibly investigate these acts. The existing UN Commission of Inquiry should be associated to these efforts. The EU is also a very strong advocate for civil society to be fully included in the transition process, which is essential for its success.
Meanwhile, Syrian Foreign Minister Asad al-Shibani lauded the European Union's efforts and initiatives of lifting the economic sanctions and called Europe's latest move a humanitarian and moral necessity.
إن رفع العقوبات الاقتصادية عن سوريا لم يعد مجرد مطلب حكومي، بل هو ضرورة إنسانية وأخلاقية، إذ أن هذه العقوبات تمنع السوريون من استعادة حياتهم الطبيعية، وتعيق الاستثمار في القطاعات الحيوية التي يحتاجها الشعب السوري للنهوض ببلده ووطنه. فلا يمكن أن نتحدث عن التعافي الاقتصادي والتنمية الإنسانية في سوريا بينما لا تزال القيود المفروضة تمنع حتى وصول المعدات الطبية وقطع الغيار لإصلاح المستشفيات والمرافق الخدمية الأساسية المتضررة. وإننا ندعو اليوم جميع الدول المانحة إلى المساهمة الفاعلة في جهود إعادة الإعمار وتشجيع الاستثمار في سوريا ودعم مشاريع التنمية المستدامة التي من شأنها توفير فرص العمل وتحسين مستوى المعيشة وإعادة الأمل لملايين السوريين.
The UN Refugee Agency said that last year around 7 million people had left their homes but remained in Syria. And over 4.7 million refugees are registered in neighboring countries including Turkey, Lebanon and Jordan.